right? Joining me now is California Representative Devin Nunes, member of the House Ways and Means Committee. Sir, what do you think of the new call for a gasoline tax?
I just listening to this, Eric, I don't know what planet these people are on, but they are nuts. I mean, I don't know if you spend too much time in Washington or too much time in New York, no offense to you and all your folks there, but you must live in a cocoon. Everyone in my district, if you're in if you're in trucking or agriculture, you have to drive a long way to work, you're already $100 a barrel is too much right now. We need to drill for oil in this country. We have enough oil in this country to rid ourselves of Mid-East oil. We don't have to worry about the Saudis or what happens in Libya if we would just drill in this country today.
Representative, you know, Carl Bernstein, he's a liberal, he's a progressive. And okay, so he's just spewing the talking points. Go ahead and tax anything. But what I don't get, CNBC, Leisman, a friend of mine, I know the guy, can he be that off base? Steve, really, honestly, you're an economist. What are you going to do by taxing gas? You're going to pay down the debt by taxing the poor people who are suffering? Is that going to work?
But don't think that there are not far left folks in the Obama administration. If you talk about Secretary Salazar, when he was in the United States Senate, he was questioned by, at the time, Senator McConnell about how high did gas need to go. Senator McConnell got all the way to $10 a gallon, and Secretary Salazar refused to answer at that point. So there is a movement in this country, in the halls of Congress today, by the far left, where they do not want to drill. They want to raise the price of gas because they believe if they do this, this is how you force people onto the metro systems, force people onto high-speed rail, force people onto their bicycles. And the bad part is I'm not sure that any of these people have ever had to work in the real world.
Representative, what do you think of Dennis Lockhart? He's the Atlanta Fed chairman, by the way, who has a seat at the table of the big Fed with Geithner, suggesting that, well, if oil prices hit $150 a barrel, that would be bad. So we better start easing. We better start accommodating printing, in essence saying we better start printing more money.
Yeah, so I don't pretend to be an economist, and not that I'd want to be an economist, but I have done a little reading about banana republics and when republics collapse. And that is when they begin to, guess what, print their own money. We've already done too much of that. The policies that we have implemented in this country, from the bailouts to the stimulus packages, to not drilling for oil, to having real radical ideas based on really control over people, are at the end of the day hurting the middle class in this country and hurting people's pocketbook.
All right, Representative, we have don't print more money, don't tax gasoline. So what's the answer?
We have oil in this country. The most important discovery in the last 100 years was nuclear power. We have yet to build a new nuclear plant in basically a generation. This is unacceptable. The Chinese are drilling for oil. They're locking up resources in Africa. They're building nuclear power plants. What do? We sit here and we do nothing. We talk about taxing gas. That is the wrong way to go.
All right, we're going to say thank you to Representative Nunes from California. Appreciate your time, sir.